Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be unboxing a new tool, which I know is something everybody likes. This is not only a new tool for the shop, but it's a completely new tool for me. It's something I don't have any experience with. It is a laser engraver and cutter. This is made by Longer, which you may know from the 3D printing world. And this is the 10-watt version of their Ray5. You can get this with a 5-watt, a 10-watt, or a 20-watt laser module. I have the 10 watt. Now, full disclosure here, Longer did send me this unit. I did not pay for it. They sent it to me to do this review on it. But that said, I will do a completely honest review as a first-time user of a tool like this. So I'll check out how well it's packaged, how good the instructions are, how easy or difficult it may be to set up. As you can see, I've cut the tape, but I haven't actually opened up the box yet. So I'll bring you in closer. We'll get this thing opened up and check it out. So we have an instruction book right on top. And then inside, I like that everything has its own little spot where it's supposed to go, and everything is separated by foam to protect it. Seems to be packaged very well. So I took everything out of the box and did a quick inspection, and everything seems to be in fine shape. Some of the items are wrapped in plastic to give them a little extra protection. The laser module itself is shipped in an anti-static bag, and I'm happy to say they did include safety glasses. The laser itself is a blue diode laser, which means if you want to provide your own safety glasses or get some extra pairs for somebody else that'll be in the room, they need to be able to filter light in the 450 nanometer range. So I'm going to look over the instructions real quick. It's just this one page. And then I'll go ahead and assemble this off camera so you don't have to see me fumbling with little screws and stuff. That's pretty boring. And for what I've seen on YouTube, there's already several videos out there that go over the assembly of this, and it looks pretty simple. If I run into any issues or find something that could have been done better, I'll be sure to let you know. So when I come back, I should have an assembled and operating laser engraver. I'm pretty excited. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you get notified when new videos come out. And if you've been thinking about getting one of these machines, follow the link in the description or the pinned comment. It'll get you this machine at a discount, plus the added bonus of no sales tax and free shipping. All right, there it is, all assembled. It was pretty easy, took about 20 to 25 minutes to get it to this point. The instructions are pretty clear, just follow them step by step, and you shouldn't have any problems. A couple things I will point out to watch for is this back part of the frame right here. You want the solid side of that facing up. Kind of matches the front one with the longer name on it. Both of these have the solid side facing up. Another thing you have to do is you have to assemble these three pieces of the frame, then you slide your X gantry on, and then you put the front piece on. If you assemble the whole frame and then try to put on the X, it's not going to work. And don't ask me how I know that. This is clearly shown in the instructions. I just got ahead of myself. Plugging in the control cables is very obvious. You have the Y, the X, and the laser. Then you install feet in these three corners, and then the touchscreen acts as your fourth foot. There were a few small annoyances during the assembly. For instance, it comes with 4 different sizes of Allen wrenches. Now, it comes with everything you need to assemble it. All the screws, all the wrenches, nothing was missing. But the fact that you need 4 different size Allen wrenches to assemble this and work on it is a little silly. For instance, with the touch screen here, it takes just 2 screws, but this screw here and the one on the other side require 2 different size Allen wrenches to mount this touchscreen. It's little things like that that can be thought out a little better to make this assembly go smoother. So that was a little bit annoying. It's not really that big a deal. I know it's kind of nitpicking, but it is the one thing I found that could have been done better. So I was really looking for an issue, a problem, something wrong with this as I assembled it. And that slight annoyance with the multiple size Allen wrenches and different size screws is really all I could come up with. I mean, just looking at it, there's really not much to it, but it's very solid. The frame is extremely rigid. It seems like it's really well designed and really well built. So what are some of the highlights of this machine? First of all, the laser focus is 2.06 millimeters square. Now that's a very tight focus for a machine in this price range, and a tighter focus means you're going to be able to cut deeper with this machine and get more detail. Longer says this will cut through wood up to 0.8 inches thick or 20 millimeters, and through acrylic up to 1.2 inches thick or 30 millimeters. I think most people would use a machine like this to cut through material maybe a 1/4 inch thick and thinner, so it should be able to handle that, no problem. I also like that there's multiple ways to send files to this machine. You can send files and control the machine over Wi-Fi, or you can use this provided USB cable to plug it directly into a computer. And it also has an SD card slot right here on top of the touchscreen. And they give you an 8 gig micro SD card and this little USB adapter to transfer files onto it. And that SD card has some really good information on it. It has copies of the firmware for the machine, the quick start guide, and a full-blown user's manual. It has 3 test files you can use to test the machine once you get it started. Has a copy of laser Gerbil and light burn. And one thing I'm going to find really useful as a beginner at all this is a PDF of different recommended speeds and power levels for many different materials. So I'll definitely be referencing that PDF as I start doing projects on different materials. So it really does come with everything you need to be running a laser project within a half hour or so of opening the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire this up, run one of those preloaded projects, and see how this thing goes. So when you hit the power button right here, it fires up, and this is the home screen that it goes to. On top, you also have the SD card slot and the USB port. If you press the adjustment button, you can turn the laser on at 3% power, and it'll show you exactly where the laser is pointing, and then you can move it accordingly. The control button brings up all the controls to move the laser head around. If you press the tool button, that just gives you information about your laser engraver. And then the last button is the real important one, that's engraving. And you can see right here, it's showing all the files that are on that SD card, the 3 that came with it, and then 2 more that I added. So I'm just going to choose this first one. I'll get my material set up, I'll frame it, and then we'll run this. So I wanted to quickly show you the process you go through to get your laser at the proper height above your material. You just put your material in place, then you put this spacer on it that comes with the laser. You loosen up the thumb screws on the front, and you drop it down onto the spacer. And right there, you're at the right height. So you just tighten the thumb screws and then pull this away. And now you're at the correct height for the laser to be focused on the material. So now if we move back over to the controller, what you want to do is press the framing button. When you press that button, the laser head will move and it'll outline the area needed to finish the project that you're doing. So you just press the framing button and then watch the laser head and make sure it's on your material where you want it to be. So here we go. So that looked fine. To start the project, put your glasses on and press the check mark. And as the project's running, it gives you a progress bar on the touchscreen. And there we go, all done. And there is our first laser project. Let's do another one of those projects that longer gives you. I don't know, these look pretty clean to me, and the detail is really good. All right, I'm going to give you the hard stats on this thing, and then I'll let you know what my first impression of using this was. So the total working area you have is 400 by 400 millimeters, which is 15 3/4 square. You can adjust the Z height up to 47 millimeters or 1.85 inches. It's capable of engraving at up to 10,000 millimeters a minute. It's compatible with both Lightburn and Laser Gerbil, which are the 2 top laser control softwares out there. I like that you can send jobs to it via USB, an SD card, or over Wi-Fi, as long as you have that 2.4 gigahertz network. The 3.5-inch touchscreen interface is very nice. It's very bright. It's easy to see and just simple to use. Although I haven't done it yet, Longer says this will cut through some pretty thick material, so I'm looking forward to testing that. So first impressions from a laser novice, I'm very impressed with this machine. It's built well, it's very sturdy, it's all metal. Even the feet and the box that houses the touchscreen and all this is all metal, and it was easy to set up and easy to use. The quality of the engravings I thought were very good, and I'm really looking forward to doing more projects on this. I think this machine is going to be a lot of fun. I do have to say though that just doing those 3 little projects, it got pretty smoky here inside my shop. And if I'm ever engraving or cutting some kind of plastic, that's definitely something I don't want to be breathing. I no longer makes an enclosure for this with fume extraction. They're supposed to be sending me a few little goodies, some upgrades for this for me to test out later. Hopefully that enclosure is one of those goodies. If not, I'll have to come up with something on my own to take care of the fumes and smoke that this is going to produce. I also need to find a permanent home for this. Sitting right here is not going to work out. But those are all fun problems and challenges to solve that are pretty typical of any new machine. So no big deal. So if you're thinking about getting into laser engraving and cutting, take a look at the longer Ray5. As I said, it comes in a 5 watt, a 10 watt, and a 20 watt version. And what's cool about this is if you buy the 10 watt and you find later you need more power, you just have to buy the 20 watt laser module and swap them out. So that's my initial look at the longer Ray5. I'll have more videos coming where I put this machine through its paces. So remember to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you get notified when those videos come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.